last night, this dude K. Harrington tweeted out how he had made this bracket called the Kanye Madness bracket, and he took 64 Kanye songs, seeded them, put them into regions, and then said, "All right, Twitter, vote on this." I know that you downloaded the bracket, you tweeted out your picks. I downloaded and wrote mine out, but I didn't tweet it out yet. What did you find with this bracket? Like, what was your first reaction to it?
Well, yeah. So shout out. What's this guy's name again? Harrington.
Yeah, K. Harrington is his Twitter handle. I think his name is Chris.
Yeah. So shout out. I mean, this was definitely obviously like he color coded the bracket with the cover color codes. There's the Donda region names. He made a Twitter moment, so he definitely put a lot of work into this, and kudos to that.
This is stop you real quick. I said it wrong. It's at C. Harrison. His first name is Carrington, so it's Carrington Harrison. C. Harrison on Twitter.
Shout out C. Yeah. So I think more or less he got the best 64 songs. More or less. I don't think the new workout plan is a top 64 song personally. I know some people like that, but more or less you got the right mix here. I mean, what songs?
I agree with you. I don't think the new workout plan is one of his best 64 songs, but it was a single, so I guess I can understand that. I kind of missed the question that you asked there at the end, but just to kind of give you my reaction to it, I thought that this was a great idea. I also knew immediately my first reaction was going to be, I'm not going to agree with most of the seating. And I was correct. I fucking hate the seating on this. But of course, because it's kind of based off of people's personal opinion on a lot of these songs. I think the thing I noticed filling out my bracket was I leaned very heavily towards 2 or 3 albums in particular: Graduation, College Dropout, and The Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Right. With I think the breakdown went 6 Dark Twisted Fantasy songs in my Sweet 16. So, but I thought you had 3 of your final 4 or something like that were.
2 of my final 4, 4 of my Elite 8 are Dark Twisted Fantasy songs. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, to your point about the seeding, I mean, just there's some tough first round matchups. Flashing Lights as a 3 versus Famous as a 14. I thought that was a little unfair. Blood on the Leaves is a 13 versus Runaway. That's tough luck loss for Blood on the Leaves. Diamonds from Sierra Leone versus Dark Fantasy. Firstly, I think Diamonds from Sierra Leone way too high as a 4, and Dark Fantasy, one of my favorite Kanye songs, is definitely not a 13.
No.
If we're talking actually, critically, obviously it's an intro song. It's not like a super well known. It's not a single or anything. And then also Stronger is a 4 versus Black Skinhead is a 13. Just because it's a Yeezus song, it should not be a 13. And also Gold Digger versus Gotta Have It. I'm a big Gotta Have It fan, but that was a tough one.
Yeah, actually, probably my biggest, I don't know, Cinderella of this tournament in my bracket was Celebration, which was a 14 seed, and I actually had it beat Good Life and then Roses. I had Roses over Blame Game as well.
Yeah, Blame. Also, fuck Blame Game. Why is that so high?
Yeah, I don't know. And also something like, I know you talked about Flashing Lights and Famous. Like, I feel like Famous very easily could have been switched with Blame Game or even Roses or something like that, and it would have had a much more representative picture of Kanye's actual work. But
right,
I don't know. Did any song surprise you how deep they made it into your tournament?
Yeah, I mean, Dark Fantasy is in my final 2. So
damn, it made it down to my Elite 8 and then lost to in Paris.
Right. Yeah, I have it beating Gorgeous, and then I have it beating Jesus Walks. But then I have Can't Tell Me Nothing as the champ, because I think that's the best Kanye song.
I had Runaway, and I think I'm a little biased on that.
Tough battle.
Yeah, I had Power versus Runaway in my final 2. Final 4 was Can't Tell Me Nothing, Runaway, Power, and Paris. Runaway, after seeing it live at MSG on the Yeezus tour, I feel like just sticks out in my mind as such like a emotional reaction, because he like came out and like just would press one key and like run away, and the whole crowd like went crazy. He did that for like at least 3 or 4 minutes, and like every time like the anticipation built. So I feel like I'm a little biased towards that song, but it is, I think, probably one of the most self-aware and best songs Kanye's actually made in terms of just like the meaning and composition of it.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I was also surprised at the Watch the Throne songs on here did pretty well for me. Otis and in Paris had pretty good runs on my bracket. I feel like I don't give that album enough love.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Gotta have it, Otis, Paris. Yeah, No Church in the Wild's on here, so it's Murder Excellence. I saw Bomani Jones. His comment on this was that the fact that Murder Excellence is a 16 says a lot about this guy's taste versus mine. So that was a funny comment.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of speaks to Kanye. He has so much music out, some music that there's so much variety that you'll see so many different brackets. I mean, brackets tweeted from this. I mean, I saw Diamond Sierra Leone ship winning. Like you see, that's what's great about his music. Through the Wire, a song I'm not super high on, but I know so many people absolutely adore. You know, so many picks.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good ones. If you want to follow along, again, his name is C. Harrison on Twitter. He's running Twitter polls for every matchup as they go along, so you can vote and try to get your favorite songs as far along as possible. Any last thoughts on this before we move on to a lot of music?
No, we'll move on. Hashtag Kanye West Madness, right?
Yes, Kanye West Madness.